Welcome to the first Let's Play here on my channel, The Sims 4 Let's Play Revenge of the Nerds. This Let's Play follows a group of 4 friends who are starting off in life, living in a house that they're going to build from the ground up. So each one of them is a nerd or a geek in some way, and this Let's Play is going to be the story of their rise from the bottom to the top. The first character we're making right here is Mason George. He's going to be a genius, a nerd. He loves video games, programming, hacking, clubs. He loves his friends, and most importantly, he loves making money. I mean, he's a good guy at heart, but he's willing to do whatever it takes to get to the top. And he's interested in talking to people, making connections, gaining social status, and having the best club in town. So that's going to have a lot to do with our main storyline for sure. And I wanted to make him a little bit handsome, but not traditionally handsome. He doesn't have a super strong jaw, but his features are very nice and well balanced and stuff like that. So I think that's good. And then it was really actually kind of weird with the Create a Sim, because every time that I dropped the Sim's body weight below halfway, they got the weird rib thing, the rib shadows really, really quickly, unless I gave them a lot of muscle. So to me, it didn't seem like it was like that before. I didn't think it was so sensitive. He started looking completely emaciated right away. It was so strange. So I don't know, maybe it's always been that way, but I never noticed that it was that bad before. So I'm just scrolling through and trying to find him some really cool clothes. I really love this alien shirt. I think that is exactly what he would wear. It's kind of childlike, He loves games. He loves his electronics and his toys, so I think it suits him. Gonna give him a cool suit as well. Yeah, this is gonna be a really fun Let's Play. I think for Mason to really find himself, he's gonna want to make a lot of friends and make a lot of connections, but he's got to remember what really matters in life, as well, his friends, because his family is not really in his life. I think maybe his parents are not around anymore. He probably doesn't have any siblings. Maybe if he has aunts and cousins, they're not really all that much around. So his friends are pretty much all he has. And they've pooled all their money together so they could move in. So they could move in together and start their lives. They're taking a gamble. But, I think it's all going to end up being okay. I think it's going to be good in the end. I really wanted to put him in that yellow sweater, but it didn't really suit him. It made him look kind of like a creepy teacher. Didn't work well on him. So I thought for his party year, we'd just put him in something real plain, because I think that's the kind of dude he is. He's not a dressy kind of guy. He likes kind of plainish stuff, but stuff that shows the kind of person he really is. So here we chose leader of the pack, and he gets the gregarious trait, which I like, because his social interactions make his relationships grow stronger faster. So I think that's pretty good. And then he's going to be a genius, and he's going to be a nerd. So that means he likes to do geniusy things like hacking, but also play video games. And then I gave him the insider perk, so he'd be really good at clubs and mingling. So now we got Fern Jacobs, and she's going to be the party-loving female scientist, and she has a genius mind. So I think that often makes her, a little bit difficult to relate to, and she doesn't relate to other people very easily either. And it's going to be interesting, because she's not that interested in dating. She has her friends, and she has her job, and she has her hobbies. She's not that interested in dating, and she doesn't really feel like she could find someone who really would catch her interest in the first place. you know? So we'll see if in her character development she's actually able to find someone who is enough of a brainiac to catch her eye, but also has enough of that emotional side that he can kind of get her to come out of her shell a little bit. Or will she just hang out with her friends and focus on becoming the best scientist in her town? I guess we'll have to find out. So she loves games, inventions, creating interesting potions, and she doesn't pay a lot of attention to anything besides those things and her best buddies. So I thought that she would be a little bit like conservative mixed with punk. Like she has a little bit of both in her vibe, which is why I went with the conservative haircut, but with the bright green color. I thought that really showed her personality. And the, round silver specks, I think that with both of those, she has kind of like a punk Velma from Scooby-Doo vibe. And I really, really love that. I think it's so adorable. I really love this character a lot. And I think she's going to be really relatable for a lot of girls who are kind of nerdy. You're the only girl in your group of guy friends, and you're not really one of the girls that people look at as like super girly and quote unquote dateable. You're like one of the guys, but you don't really mind, but at the same time, maybe deep down inside you do a little bit. I know I can certainly relate to that. So this is a really cute outfit with the diamonds on the front. I love that. And we named her Fern Jacobs, which I think is such a cute name. Fern, come on. And then she wants to be, a genius. She learns fast. She's a nerd. And then we also made her a dance machine. She's going to really, really love dancing. And she's going to really love going to the club and partying. So I think that's going to be really, really fun too, because that's two different sides of this personality that adds a little bit of depth to her that I really enjoy. So even when in The Sims 4 you can only choose 3 kind of 4 traits, you can still add depth by doing good combinations you haven't seen before. So then our third character, I think we ended up naming him Jordan. And he's kind of the loner guy of the group more than anyone else. He's definitely the collector. He pays more attention to his job and his collection and hobbies than anything else, even his friends. And I think eventually he's going to need to work on his friendships, because it can be lonely when you're always focused on solitary activities and you don't have any personal relationships that are really strong. So I think he'll have to learn how to be like more a part of the group. And I really wanted to give him an afro, but it just didn't work for him. I think maybe later, after his character develops a little bit, maybe we can give him an afro, but he's kind of this solitary kind of conservative person, so I wanted that to be reflected in his hairstyle. We gave him kind of a slender physique so that he doesn't look like, average. He's like a little bit smaller than average, and I think that will kind of paint more of the geek vibe. And then I gave him kind of an Urkel. I don't know if you guys know who Urkel is or if you remember, but I gave him kind of that vibe with his clothes, like the really short pants and stuff like that, because I thought that was kind of his personality. Even though like Urkel from that show, he was pretty outgoing, but this kid is definitely awkward and intelligent in the same way. Or, I don't know, Urkel wasn't really that intelligent, was he? Well, that's okay. I still thought the style suited him, so I put that on him. And he's super intelligent, and he loves collecting things, and he's gonna love, fishing, and he's gonna have his little trophy case with all his collectibles in it, and I think that's going to be so awesome. I watch a lot of YouTubers who have collections of dolls and stuff like that, and I just think it's so incredible. And this outfit. with the yellow sweater and the yellow socks. I thought that was actually so cool. I would never personally wear that, but I think it's cool. But yeah, he's going to be a collector like that. Like, he's going to have all these displays of all his collectibles, and I think it's going to be really fun. But he's going to have to learn how to kind of develop his friendships and come out of his shell. So hopefully being in a club with these cool people and these cool people he's already friends with will help him do that. Oh, I also made him clumsy because I think it would be really fun to experiment with a clumsy sim. I've never really had a clumsy sim before. I didn't really think of adding that to somebody's personality, but I added it to his, and I think it'll be funny. So we'll see what happens. I'm just messing around with a few settings, kind of testing out some walk styles, but none of them really fit the characters at all. So I just left them walking normal. And then we've got our fourth character, and he's actually the longtime best friend of our main character, Mason. And so they've been friends since they were children. And his name is Zach. And he's the funny guy, the clown, the humor as a defense mechanism person. So I guess with his storyline, he's trying to become, like a comedian, and he's trying to, kind of make a name for himself. And, we'll see if he's able to also cultivate some meaningful relationships in the industry and in his personal life. And, will his like mischievous and playful ways attract people? Will he be a people magnet, or will it keep people and, real friendships and love at arm's length? You never know. It could go either way. So that's what we're going to want to see. I have a feeling though he's going to be his personality, and he's not bad looking, so I think he's probably going to be okay with the ladies, but we'll see. Anything could happen. Those yellow pants, the ones with the drop crotch, I think that's so hilarious. And we gave him toe shoes because I wanted him kind of to dress kind of funny, like the way he dresses is kind of, because he doesn't really know about fashion. Like, he wants to dress in a way that's amusing because that's his thing. He's the funny guy, so that adds a little bit of depth to the character as well, the way that he dresses. And oh yeah, I put those star glasses on him for his was it party? I think it was, because they make you feel playful. So every time he goes to a party in those glasses, he'll be like really on a roll with his jokes, joke. So I made him a goofball, and I made him outgoing, and he's gregarious. So I think he's going to do well in this career. People are going to like him, I think. So there are our heroes. Yeah, I can't believe they're finally here. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to speed build their new home and get the gang settled into their digs. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Let's play again soon, guys. Bye for now.